Hello world, it's time for This Week on Twitter. This week on the Twitterverse, hashtag patients aren't faking was trending for a couple of days. This hashtag was created by at Imani Barbarin. I'll put the link in the description as always. Basically, it's a video of a nurse twerking to the beat of a patient who is having trouble breathing. She plays both the nurse and the patient in this video. And that joke didn't land the way she thought it was going to, because Black people and people with chronic illnesses, and especially people who sit at the intersection of both of those, didn't find it funny. Basically, that video got retweeted and quote tweeted with people sharing harrowing stories of not being listened to by medical professionals. Not to censor myself, but to speak as a Black person who's gone to the hospital before and been ignored, I didn't find the video funny at all. It really was a hard video to watch, especially because sometimes when you're Black or when you're a person who suffers chronic illness and you're trying to get treatment, you spend a whole bunch of mental energy just trying to psych yourself up for, how do I convince this medical professional that I need help? Honestly, I have nothing to say against this person. I'm not gonna say their name, but I am really proud of Imani for creating that hashtag, because it opened up a dialogue about what it's like when you go to the hospital and you aren't believed. This week on the Twitterverse, the meme of the week is, I'm gonna tell my kids, plus insert false information. I actually really liked this meme. I thought it was really cute. I'll give you a great example of my favorite one. My favorite one was a picture of Yoda, baby Yoda. And it said, I'm gonna tell my kids, this is Danny DeVito. It's very adorable, very harmless, fun, or so I thought, but it kind of tickles the brain and makes you think about how we relay information in an age of social media, and how easy it is to rewrite history. This week's I'm Not Surprised award, I'm Not Surprised award is something I'm still trying to flesh it out. I'm not sure if it's landing the way I want it to, but basically you don't want this award, okay? So this week's I'm Not Surprised award is brought to you by the letter T for Tom Nichols. Tom really fixed his mouth to say on Beyonce's internet that Indian food is terrible. No, like I have to look at this on Twitter. This is direct quote: Indian food is terrible, and we pretend it isn't. So this was in response to a John Becker tweet where he said, please quote this tweet with your most controversial food opinion. Tom, no, that wasn't controversial. That was not smart. Really? You really came for Indian people, and guess what? People clapped back. It honestly, first of all, his tweet was very confusing and makes no sense. There's a myriad types of Indian food. That's like, what he said was kind of like if I said, I don't like American food, or I don't like European food, I don't like African food. Be more specific. What are you talking about? Really, truly. You could say I don't like seasoning. Because, anyways, you know what? I'm not even going to go into that. One tweet response that I actually liked was from Jeet Heer, and he says, there's no such thing as Indian food or Chinese food. There's many regional cuisines in those nations and vary as much from each other as they do other cuisines. That puts it more succinctly than what I was what I was trying to convey to y'all, because it really made no sense, the tweet. But guess what? We had time to drag you, so good on you for that one. This week on Twitter, I also wanted to talk to you guys about something a little bit more serious. I know I want to make this fun, and I want to talk about Twitter, the Twitterverse, but I also want to be a little bit more serious. So I was really sad to see that Iman, the last Sumatran rhinoceros in Malaysia, has died. I remember being a kid, and the best part of going to school was finding out that you had a substitute teacher and you were going to watch the little nature videos and whatnot. And I love the rhinos. I love the rhinos. And so this really hurts my heart that, you know, we have a rhinoceros that was the last rhinoceros. I didn't even know this, and it's died. And so I think it really speaks to, we need to start taking care of our planet more and putting more effort into being good stewards of the planet while we're on it and doing our very best. Another thing that I wanted to talk about also sad news, but also a little bit of good news. So what went viral over the weekend was talking about the koalas. There was a brush fire in Australia, and accidentally it went viral that koalas were functionally extinct. That's not actually quite true. I'm going to put the link in the description to the article that actually explains what happened this past week. So there was a brush fire in Australia, and basically what ended up happening was a lot of koalas died. Now, what happened was there was an article that came out in May talking about how koalas could become functionally extinct. Well, you know how social media is. That got looped into the recent brush fires, and people thought they were extinct. So slight good news, they aren't technically functionally extinct. However, koalas are endangered, and we need to do better. We need to do better about taking care of our planets and the animals that are on our planet. So that's it for this week on Twitter. I'm sorry it's a little short, but now for a word of encouragement. Is there an area in your life where you feel stuck and you just want to move forward? If so, one of the things that helps me and I want to share with you all is you need to find a way to create closure for yourself. Don't wait on that person, place, or thing to give you that closure. Create it for yourself. It'll be healthier for you. May love and shalom follow you this week. I'll see you on Twitter.